Enjoy their restaurant with popular items like a 14-ounce ribeye, 10-ounce sirloin, or chicken fried steak. Open Thursday through Saturday from 5:30 to 10 p.m. Expand your horizons with a trip to Friend Country Club, just 40 minutes southeast of Lincoln. It's worth a visit.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Better up!
The crack of the bat. Sizzling concessions. Yeah, that's the sound of summer at Haymarket Park. It's been that way for 25 seasons. And in this city, it's not a matter of if you'll catch a game, it's how many.
Safe.
That's because there's always something in play for Salt Dogs fans. From saluting our troops to Friday night fireworks, your local tradition plays on. Let's show summer how Lincoln celebrates 25 seasons. Get your tickets at saltdogs.com.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built upon hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with room for advancement.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. It's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear that you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
The headlines, they can lie. The scoreboard, it can mislead. But Rudy, whether you like it or not, will keep it real. Get your dose of reality during Real Talk with Rudy Gres IV on 93.7 The Ticket.
That is right. Welcome back to another episode here of Real Talk with Rudy Gres IV, 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com. We are joined by a very special guest in studio here, Nebraska men's tennis head coach Peter Kobelt. Coach, how are you doing?
What's up, Rudy?
Nothing much. I mean, the weather's getting better here. I was just talking about that a little bit. It's not too hot, but it's enough to where you can still go outside and do stuff. So I'm excited. There's a lot to be done in Lincoln right now, I think. And we'll get into some of that, obviously. But with that being said, what are some – obviously, we have the Lincoln Challenger that is coming up, and that'll be a big talking point for us. We're very excited to be a part of that, very excited to be giving live coverage and insider coverage as much as we can from the event the whole next week. But this is the third year here in Lincoln with it, correct?
That's right, year 3.
And what are some of the, not challenges, but some of the things that people don't realize maybe go on behind the scenes when you are planning such an event like this at your home court?
Sure. Well, I think it's important to note that the ATP kind of was looking for a place to host another tournament, and it really wasn't up to me. So obviously, it's great for tennis here in Nebraska. It builds up the tennis community here, but between top-notch events who run the tournament and the ATP, they were really the engine behind everything. So we're just the lucky beneficiaries that get to experience some amazing tennis each year for it. But obviously, me being one of the leaders of the tennis community here, it's a great event, and it's great for our sport. It's great for our program, and it's one of the highlights of the year, I think, not just in the tennis world, but hopefully people come out and see it and check it out and realize like, hey, this is actually one of the best events that is hosted in all of Lincoln throughout the year.
Yeah, and I was looking at pictures from previous winners and things like that over the years. Will most of the games and matches be indoors or outdoors for this year?
Well, there's a few new rules. There's a heat rule or whatever. So
Okay.
I still don't know if I quite understand that rule, but the tournament is meant to be played outside this year.
Nice.
So they'll do whatever they can to make sure that that's being played outside. If the weather doesn't cooperate and it's too hot, which that's what I was referring to by the rule,
Yeah.
but we could see potentially some indoor tennis. So um, we'll see. Top notch management's really good at what they do. They run events all the time. So the tennis community here shouldn't be worried about anything. They should
Nice.
just be excited about seeing some amazing tennis, which definitely will happen next week.
Yeah, and I was in the back just looking through some of the names that are going to be here, some of the people, some of the players that are competing in the tournament. There's
hmm
obviously you're going to see some names that maybe people aren't too familiar with, but there's some names in there that, at least in the college scene of tennis, have been on the rise. There's some. I saw one from the University of Texas that'll be here as well, and he was I believe he finished first as the number one rank in back-to-back years, 23 and 24, I believe. So
Yep.
for people who don't know, you're still going to be seeing obviously the up and coming names, but there's going to be some names here that have already at least have been in the tennis circle. And what is that going to be like to see some of these guys?
Yeah. So for the tennis junkies out there like me, you got guys that have played at the very top of the game. A guy like Bernard Tomic, who used to be 17 in the world from
Wow.
Australia, made the quarterfinals of Wimbledon singles.
Wow.
Um, it's been a while since he's been up at the top of the top ranking like that, but he's coming to town. You got two guys in the top 100, Adam Walton from Australia and Elliot Spizzirri. Both played college tennis. Spizzirri played at Texas. Walton played at Tennessee. And then Top Notch is giving a wild card to one of their clients, JJ Wolf, who played at Ohio State, who was ranked as high as 39 in the world.
Wow.
So it's hard to put into words exactly how good these guys are. I try and compare it to other sports so people understand. But just if you go online and you look up the top 50 NFL players in the NFL,
Mhm.
that's basically who's coming to town,
Nice.
and to some extent. So
Yeah.
I try and relate it to other sports because tennis is still on the rise here in
Mhm.
town. But if you're not doing anything, guys, this is a no-brainer. Tickets are super cheap.
Yeah.
Everything can be found on LincolnChallenger.com. I know we're gonna talk more about it, but you're gonna witness some of the best at their sport at tennis, and tennis is one of those sports that's played everywhere in the world. Every country you go visit on vacation will have a tennis court and a tennis club and tennis players.
Yeah, and I think because we had talked a little bit previously, just a couple months ago, and I was going to some of the matches and attending for just some coverage for us. I don't think people understand just like how intense tennis can really get. Because you think about it, like when people watch it on TV, maybe it's not the loudest thing in the room, but it's still on. But these matches, they get intense. The passion's there, and I think that's my favorite thing about tennis is that no matter what level it seems to be, the passion's always going to be there. Nobody wants to really surrender a point at any point of the match, and I think we're going to see some of that next week. Obviously, you're going to want guys who are going to go out there and don't want to drop a point. And I think that's going to be the best part. You're going to see, yes, affordable tennis, and we're going to go through some of the theme nights here that I'm excited for too. But above all, like you're saying, you're going to get to see some of the most competitive talent in the world here in our own backyard at Lincoln, Nebraska. I mean, there's not a reason to really not be there right now.
That's what I've been trying to spread the word throughout Lincoln, trying to tell everyone, and making our way out to Kearney and Omaha and some of these other tennis rich cities here in the state. There's a great tennis community here, and I think this tournament can kind of bring everyone together for at least a week every year and really enjoy some tennis. But yeah, I mean, right before I came over, I was watching the quarterfinals of Wimbledon, Novak Djokovic versus Felix Auger-Aliassime from Canada. Over 5 hours. I think it was 5 hours and 10 minutes long. 7-6 in the fifth set for Novak Djokovic. So, yeah, if anyone questions the toughness or the athletic ability or whatever of tennis, just flip on one of those matches on Wimbledon. Some of those guys that were playing in the draw there are going to be here in Lincoln. So pretty cool stuff. And I'm looking forward to watching some amazing tennis this week.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then to go with the amazing tennis, I mean, the Sid and Hazel Dillon Center is it's insane to be at. I mean, it's because you're right there. If it will be outside, which we're hoping for, you're directly on top of the court is what it seems like and what it feels like when you're in the bleachers there. What can fans expect when if this is going to be their first time, if they've been there before either, what can they expect in as terms of the environment that should be out there for these players?
Yeah, so pro tennis and college tennis are slightly different.
Okay.
In college tennis, we encourage the fans to get loud, to maybe talk a little bit of trash
Mm-hmm.
within the boundaries. But yeah, pro tennis, it's a little more. There's a little more etiquette, so you're allowed to clap in between points and cheer for your favorite player. But when you get there, it's an obviously amazing facility. If you don't know where it is, we share the facility with the women's soccer team, also,
Mhm.
which will now be the flag football, the home of flag
Nice, yep.
football as well. So that's cool. So yeah, you walk in. We have 12 courts out there. We'll be playing matches. From what I was told, on three of those 12 courts outside. And yeah, the tickets vary. If you want the best seat in the house, it's slightly more expensive. If you want a general admission ticket and to just roam around and watch all the matches, which you can do with the more expensive ticket, you can do that as well, whatever best suits you. But you're going to be able to just basically turn from right to left, watch some amazing tennis. We'll have some shade. I know it's going to be hot next week. There'll be some shade. There'll be a place to buy some water and some snacks. We're trying to get some more vendors to come in, which I know Top Notch has been working hard at the last couple weeks to make the whole event feel like a really cool event to come to. So
Nice. Yeah, and I think that's a big part of it too. I mean, the more not even legitimate, I don't want to use that word because it's going to be a legit tournament. It's a big deal for everybody involved as well. But like that, the more things you can kind of add to it to kind of get more fans out there, make it more of a true experience for everybody's going to be awesome. So I'm excited for that. I also heard last week, I think you were on here on one of our shows and said that there might be some snow cones out there, some snow cone vendors. So I
yes.
will be excited for that.
Saturday, we have Kids Day. There's a pro-am of the clinic with some of the players that I'll be helping out with. There's a 1-point challenge.
Mhm.
The winner of that tournament wins $1,000 cash.
Wow.
There'll be a jump around playpen. I think there's a few other things that'll be out
Mhm.
there too. Popcorn, face paint, that sort of deal on Saturday. And then each week we're trying to do something fun each day, each night to make it more than just about tennis, more of an
Mhm.
experience, something that you might want to bring your kids to as well.
Yeah, I have these pulled up here. So if you want, we can go through some of these theme nights, let people know what they're kind of in store for.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, for Kids Day, like you said, there's going to be a bounce house there all day, yard games all day, and then face paint from 11 to 1. So, again, it's Sunday. Not many people got too much going on, especially in the summer. Take your kids. I mean, tennis is such a fun sport to watch. They're going to fall in love with it. That'll be awesome. And then the very next day, Monday night, we have alumni night. What is that going to look like?
Yeah, so that from what Top Notch told me, that's if you are an alumni of tennis, men's or women's, in the college level, wherever you played, doesn't have to be Nebraska. You're invited to come out and watch some tennis, get together, maybe make a few new connections with some people who may or may not have crossed paths before while they did play college tennis. So just trying to bring the tennis community out in a different way. Encourage some people to wear their school colors.
Nice.
Again, throw on some school colors. Come back to the tennis center here at the Dillon Tennis Center and enjoy some professional tennis.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Because like you're saying, it's not just going to be Nebraska tennis, but like the more audience you can reach is always going to be the better. So that's awesome. And then we move on to Tuesday here. You got pickleball night. That enticed me. I was talking about it to some of the guys back there. Might have to go see what that looks like in terms of me. But what are you looking for pickleball night? Will you be participating in pickleball night?
Pickleball's still growing on me.
Okay.
But my fiance likes it, and so do her friends. So I'll go out there and play and have fun. But it's just another way. I think pickleball is growing, and I think interesting enough, I think Lincoln per capita has the highest per capita percentage rate of pickleball players in all the country.
Wow.
So fun fact. That's at least what it was last year. I know sports really grown over the last year, but pickleball's definitely taken over, and I think getting some of those people to come out playing some pickleball. Hopefully, maybe they'll decide to pick up a racket one day instead, tennis racket instead of one of those paddles.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. But yeah, I mean, I'll most of these events you'll probably see me at or some of our players at, and just try and reach out and build some new connections here in the community.
Nice. Yeah. So that will be July 14th, 4:30 to 6 p.m. And then it says as well on here, tournament night session starts at 5:30. So if you're going to take it more competitively, perfect. Go ahead. But
Absolutely.
yeah, I mean, the pickleball to tennis transition is not one that I think people really, because I'm not too skilled at tennis. Played it in middle school and high school, but it's very similar, but it's still a little like the rules are different in some senses, obviously. And then I think like the control on the paddle is always the interesting part. At least going into pickleball has been not my hard part because I'm not good at it to begin with. But I think like as similar as pickleball seems to tennis, there's still some fun differences in there, which makes it very fun to just participate in.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've seen a lot of professional tennis players or tennis players that were exceptional at the game make the transition over to pickleball, and they seem to like it. So
Nice.
that hasn't been me,
Not yet.
but I'm perfectly happy coaching.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, pickleball's really taken off, and we'll be doing some of that.
Nice. And then the very following night, July 15th at 5 p.m., we got ladies' night. It says on here, gather your girls and make it a night to remember. There will be free Pilates on the court with Lotus. There will be permanent jewelry vendors will be in that attendance, I'm assuming is what they mean by that. And then, of course, tennis watching. What is your outlook on ladies' night and what should they be looking forward to in terms of how fun that's going to be?
Well, don't say that too loud. Oh, my fiance will definitely be there that night.
Nice.
That's for sure. We actually met at a not a Pilates class, but a yoga class. So not at Lotus either, but in the same kind of framework there. But she loves the permanent jewelry, and I think it'd be a fun way to get some more people to come out and watch. But my bet, Rudy, is that's going to be the best attendance.
Oh,
the
yeah.
best attendance night. That's my guess for the week.
I believe it. And then, too, with Lotus, again, just a tidbit of my background here. At Westland, I was actually the president of our yoga club there. So we did a lot of hot yoga at Lotus. And so I know, like, the Lotus community is very, very loyal. And so I think if they can get that message around as well as we are going to be, I think, yeah, that could easily be one of the most attended nights.
Is that a yoga class you said?
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I thought you said Pilates.
Same thing. I think
No,
similar.
Don't say that. Don't say that
What
out
is
loud.
the
Rudy.
difference?
Take that back.
I'm not too skilled in the Pilates world. What are the main differences there?
Oh, it's you're totally different. You go sign up for a Pilates class and talk to me
Okay.
after.
All right. I'll go in blind.
Pilates will kick your butt, man. Holy cow.
All right.
So
I'll be hopefully semi-prepared, but probably not. And then Thursday, July 16th, it is Throwback Thursday trivia and expand your knowledge of the history on tennis. What is that going to be looking like?
I don't know. That sounds like
Nice.
it sounds like a fun night, though. I'm guessing there'll be some. Tennis is an extremely rich sport in terms of history. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of really tough questions for all the tennis nerds out there. That'll be a fun night to really test your knowledge. I'm sure it'll go way back to the origins of tennis, and there's actually a lot of rich history here too. People just are learning about, but yeah, I'm assuming all that will be discussed and gone over on Thursday night.
Nice. Yeah, the picture they used for this as well, they have four individuals who are looking very dapper, and again, the throwback clothing here. So I mean, that's always the very cool aspect of tennis, at least in these pictures here I'm looking at. So with that being said, before we wrap up our first break here, we talked about the talent that's going to be on display here. What previous talent has came through the Lincoln Challenger here and has at least gone on to make the name for themselves in the tennis world that some people might not be aware of? And then again, I said this yesterday. We were talking about it on air yesterday. I feel like you can buy some stock in some of these guys a little early, especially here at the Lincoln Challenger. So what does that look like in previous years?
Yeah, 100%. So I mean, some low hanging fruit here, but last year's champion, Rafael Hodar, he played at the University of Virginia, I believe, for 1 year before turning pro. He is now 20 in the world, top 20 in the world. Out of everyone that plays tennis, he's top 20. So Lincoln was one of his first challenger titles. So I know personally that he had a great experience. I'm not close, but friends with the head coach there at Virginia, and I know they had a great time here. So
Nice.
he's one of our top alumni, as well as a doubles team that played at Ohio State, Robert Cash and JJ Tracy. I think they are also in the top 10 in the world in doubles. So exciting stuff, and also one hometown bit to hammer down a little bit on is we'll have Jackson Withrow playing this year's tournament. Jackson Withrow's an Omaha native.
Nice.
Played his college ball at Texas A&M, but him and his family, huge Husker fans. Was just on the phone with him earlier today. He's super fired up to come into town. He is a former top 16 player in the world with a quarterfinal finish at Wimbledon and a semifinal finish at the U.S. Open in doubles. So, there's hopefully maybe some of your trivia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Score a few points on that Thursday night trivia. But yeah, Jackson and his partner Nate Lammons, both friends of mine, both great players, are coming back to Lincoln for the very first time as professionals. So pretty cool.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like you're saying, I mean, there's not going to be any shortage of talent here. So yeah, I mean, buy some of the stalker. That's my phrase I'm sticking with. I told them in the back, I was like, when I'm there and we're meeting these players, watching them play, I'm sure at some point I'm gonna be like, okay, that's the one that after this week I'm gonna stick with, and then we're gonna follow them along as they go. Maybe I'll just bandwagon to whoever might win, but we'll see. With that being said, we'll be taking our first break here on Real Talk with Rudy Gres IV. Again, joined by Husker men's tennis head coach Peter Kobelt, live in studio, 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com.
Hey, Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion with Window World Lincoln. Are you ready to transform your home? We offer exceptional replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing that will elevate your home's curb appeal and value. As a nationally known, locally owned business, we treat you like family and work tirelessly to deliver the best for less. Don't wait to give your home the upgrade it deserves. Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or check out windowworldlincoln.com. Let's make your home the talk of the neighborhood.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $198 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1008623, $198 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 14,000 with signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 7/6/26.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
If you become ill or injured at work and need an experienced attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court, protect your rights and freedom to get you the best possible results for your case and the justice you deserve. Trust your rights and freedom to Liberty Law Group, attorneys serving Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Hi, Kendall Warnock here, owner of A1 Automotive. If you own a BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, or Mini, you know specialized service matters. Our team uses advanced diagnostic equipment, OE equipment, including factory-level software, to accurately diagnose and repair your vehicle. Dealer-level capabilities with hometown service. A1 Automotive, 1117 L Street. You can call us 402-477-4660.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier, furry friends.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they're committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perchmerch.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Reality is setting in. Now back to Real Talk with Rudy Gres IV on 93.7 The Ticket.
That is right. Welcome back to Real Talk here again, joined by Husker men's tennis head coach Peter Kobelt. Before we got to break, we're obviously breaking down more of the Lincoln Challenger that's coming to town. And again, if you're looking for something to do, it'll be all next week at here in our very own backyard. I know over the year here, or at least more than just the year, we've been trying to grow the game of tennis here and trying to, because like you mentioned, the scene in Lincoln could always be better, could always be improved. What are you hoping this weekend, if it is people's first time ever going to an event, what are you hoping that they are able to see and then, again, hopefully fall in love with the game of tennis like we have here?
Yeah, so I think, tennis is one of those sports that you can play for your entire life. It's a lifelong sport. It's also the healthiest sport that you can choose to play. There's scientific evidence now, which is pretty cool, that extends your lifespan 10 years.
Oh, wow. There you go.
So pretty something about the aerobic and the chemistry it takes with your brain. I don't know. I didn't do the research.
Yeah,
but.
I believe it though.
So it's a great sport. It's a healthy sport. It's a lifelong sport. And I think if you're a kid looking to figure out what sport you might like to start playing, I think you got to watch the very best. I think, Rudy, when you were growing up as a kid, you chose to play baseball, but, for me, baseball, I first person I think of is Ken Griffey Jr.
Okay, yeah.
So I was like, well, if we're going to inspire kids to pick up a tennis racket instead of a football or a volleyball or a basketball or a baseball, they need to see Ken Griffey Jr. Walk into town.
Yeah.
For tennis. So that's kind of the vision that I see with the tournament. Obviously, we're seeing the Ken Griffey Jr. before he's Ken Griffey Jr. sort of deal. I kind of compare it to AAA baseball. You have some guys that are coming down from the very top, trying to get back up there, and then you have some guys like Rafael Hodar, who played here last year, who are ascending really quickly. So you never know when you come out and you watch who you're watching, where they'll be in just a few months' time. Most of these guys are going to go on and play the U.S. Open the end of August. Nice. So, for me, my job is to win tennis matches for the University of Nebraska. And I think when I got here, one of the things that I really wanted to do was dive into the community and really see, what there was here. And as I've gotten to meet more and more people here, I realize how special it is. And having an event like this here, I think, is only continuing to help connect people, connect the community, as well as connect them to the tennis programs in the ATP tour.
And with the Lincoln Challenger, because every challenger, every event that these athletes do attend, they're racking up points, correct? That's how the system works. So how many points are they able to get from this if they end up winning it? And how does that look for these competitors?
That's a question I probably should know. I believe
We could research.
Yeah, I believe it's 100 or 120 points, but I'll let you come back and with the right information after that. But you gotta, in order to be number one in the world, you need points, and each match you win at different levels gives you a certain amount of points. So you can be the number one 5-star recruit in all the world, the very best football player, volleyball player, and you still have to start from 0 ATP points.
Oh, wow.
In order to get to the top. Just because you're a 5-star doesn't mean you start at 200 with 200
Nice.
points. You have to start at 0, and you have to go out and you have to win matches, and you have to start from the ground up. So it's a tough journey. It's a beautiful journey. You got to go through every ring of the ladder. It's very humbling on the way up. Not everyone gets to touch the top, but yeah. What was the point total?
Yeah, it was 75 for this one.
70. That makes sense. It's a level 75 tournament.
Gotcha.
I should know that. That's a bummer on me. But yeah, so 75 points is a lot of points to all these players. And for most of these guys, it's going to move them up a significant amount.
Nice.
But more importantly, it's going to help them qualify for even bigger events where you can make more money and win even more points. So that's kind of the name of the game.
Nice. Yeah. So I think we kind of talked about it yesterday too. It's kind of like the way these points rack up becomes like a resume system of sorts. So it's like
Exactly.
you're just racking up the points wherever. And like that, if you're starting with no points, you got to take them wherever that may be. And again, it's not to discredit any of the tournaments anywhere, but you starting, because some of these can range up to what is the highest that some of these go? I know once you get to like the Wimbledons and everything, obviously those rack up a bunch. But what are the stages of this?
Yeah, so there you have the very bottom level, which is ITF futures. Those are $15,000 tournaments, or 20,
Okay.
20, or now they're $30,000 tournaments. This is a $100,000 tournament.
Mhm.
So you have 15, 30, 50, 75, then you have some 100 levels, and then you jump up to 250, and then you have ATP 500s, and then you have ATP 1000s. If you win a 1000, you get 1000 points, and then those are, if you win one of those, you win 75 points here, you win 1000 points there. You can kind of see how as you get into bigger tournaments, you qualify to win more points, and then obviously the Grand Slams will pay out the most money and the most points. So yeah, and in the sport of tennis, the rich keep getting richer. So
Nice.
but you gotta earn your way up,
Oh, yeah.
and that's the fun part. And once you get up there, if you can log into that top 100, you can get up there and play some of those events. You can really carve out a nice career for yourself.
Nice. Yeah, and so to go with that, obviously we already know the talent will be there, the competitiveness is going to be there just as competitors, but they're not just playing. Again, the purse that comes with it is going to be again $100,000, which is amazing. But they're also trying to get to the next level at the end of the day. So they're not going to, like we mentioned earlier, they're not going to take a point off. They're not going to try to stall anything. They're going to go out there and give it their best to try to rank up at the end of the day, right?
1,000%. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. This tournament's also one of the lead up tournaments to the U.S. Open. So for the American players, whoever accumulates the most ATP points throughout the next 3 or 4 weeks, there's a tournament here, and then there's another tournament after us in Bloomington Hills, and then there's another one after that in Lexington, Kentucky, and then all the way up until the U.S. Open. And the guys that the U.S. player with the most total points will get a wild card into the U.S. Open as well. So keep an eye on the American players. Obviously, everyone wants to win it, but there's a little extra incentive for some of the American players that are coming to town this week.
Nice. And to kind of go with that, I know you mentioned when they're racking up the points, you're looking at what's next. What is the mindset, at least for this coming week? How can these athletes stay focused on what is at hand instead of just, I got to get the points to qualify for this and for the next thing? What is the mindset on that?
Yeah, just like anything else, man. It's just point by point, match by match. Yeah, it's tough on the tour. The guys that are here playing for us at the university, they get a scholarship. They get a beautiful cafeteria to eat at. There's all these benefits that they have here that they don't have to pay for. But as soon as you check in and to be a professional, all those privileges go away. And now you're having to pay for everything. You got to pay for your coach. You got to pay for your travel. Got to pay for your hotel. The guys this week are afforded a hotel room for the duration of their competitive stay.
Nice.
Which is great for them. But it's, you're playing for keeps, man. So you're playing against guys that are trying to feed their families.
Yeah.
And it gets extremely competitive and everyone wants to win, and the margins are small and the level's extremely high.
Yeah.
I mean, expect some tension. You'll see guys that are really, really, really into it, and I think that's really neat to see if you're a new spectator for tennis.
Nice. Yeah, and I think something you mentioned earlier, obviously you compared it to the minor league systems of baseball, and that's always for me been one of the more fun, because those, obviously the guys who are at the top of the top, they're there for a reason. The talent's going to be there, but a lot of these minor league guys, or at least the up and coming tennis players like we're talking about, I always feel like when you're watching them, they have a different type of hunger to get there, and I think that's what is going to excite me the most about next week. Because again, these are guys that they have the talent to be there. Maybe they just need the points. Maybe they need to just keep ranking up, like you're mentioning. But you're going to see some guys who are in the dog days of their grind to get to the next level here, and that hunger is going to be, like you're saying, they got to feed their family with this sport. They got to do everything they can to keep playing, and I'm excited for it. Do you think that's going to bring out the best of these players? Obviously, but what does that hunger kind of mean to some of these guys?
Yeah, sometimes it brings out the best, and sometimes it brings out the worst.
Yeah,
it's just tough. That's why I always tell everyone I think tennis is the toughest sport in the world. It's so physically demanding. You have to have a great head on your shoulders. You have to be very intelligent. You have to understand what's going on in front of you. There's not really any coaching. Now you're allowed to kind of coach a little bit from the sideline, but very basic stuff. And each day you got to go up against someone different in different conditions with different balls in a different location in a different hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, it's just not easy. So, and all of it at the end of the day comes back, and it's on you, your wallet and your time. And it can be a lot if you don't have a good group of people around you that can keep you centered, that can alleviate some of those things for you. So, my guess is you'll see some amazing things this week, and you'll see some guys that might be a little bit frustrated with how their summer's going.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of the game. You just see guys that are in different paths on different parts of their career. Some are on their way up and some are on their way down, and that's why you go out there and play, because you just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and something that we talk about in baseball a lot, but I know it's for a multitude of sports, but I would assume it's probably just as important in tennis is to have that kind of like short-term memory is what we describe it as. And I feel for tennis, with how long these matches can go and how many points are being scored every time you're out there, what are some things, some cues that, whether this is going to be for the players coming up this week or even the players that you coach yourself or even you as your own player, what is something that has helped you mentally like that, kind of keep your head on straight over the years?
Yeah, I mean, I forget the exact quote by Roger Federer, but he did a speech for, I think it was Dartmouth, graduation speech for I think it was 2024, where he spoke about how he's arguably the best tennis player ever, and I think he won close to 80% of his matches. But if you look closer inside of his matches, he asked the percentage of points that he actually won inside of each match, and the number was 52%. So that means just about half the time he played a point, he lost it.
Mm-hmm.
So each point has to be the most important thing in the world to you in that small amount of time, and then as soon as it's over, you have to let it go, because the next point you have to be focused on that very next point. So just like every other sport, I really think tennis is a game of losing and learning how to handle losing and learning from it and understanding why you might have lost that point or that game or that match. And tennis, you have 25 seconds in between the point, and you've got to be able to flush it. Whether you win it, it's only 1 point, and whether you lose it, it's only 1 point. And the only time that point means a whole lot is if this ends up being the last one that decides the match. So if you can think about it in terms of, what do I got to do this point to be the very best I can, instead of playing the score or the pressure, or I need more money, or I need more points, or I'm about to lose all these points, or whatever. That's where I think you find the most success. But pretty easy to say just sitting here, Rudy. So
yeah.
But yeah, you'll see a lot of different mind frames and mindsets, and the guys that handle that aspect the best usually tend to do the best, and will probably host a trophy next Sunday.
Yeah. Nice. And obviously the mental side of it is one of the most important, like we're talking about. What can the confidence of winning this challenger do for some of these guys? Obviously the points will be there, but what does this do for the confidence as you keep going on the tour life like this?
Yeah, so I played in a couple of these as a player as well, and you show up to a tournament like this, and it's a different environment. You got people that come out and watch these futures that people play, the players that they play these futures, which is the ground level. Not many people come out. You're playing random people in random places all over the world, and so when you get a chance to play a tournament like this, coming from there, it feels a little bit different. You got a different energy inside of you, and you're playing, like I said, they're playing some of the best players in the world. So if you're able to make it through this tournament and win it, you have the level to be a top 100 player in the world, which is kind of the benchmark for professional tennis. The top 100 players all play the Grand Slams, and if you're playing the Grand Slams, you're guaranteed a check of $500,000 at the end of the year. So if you're not playing in those main draws of the Grand Slams, that's where it really drops off. So if you're able to make it through this draw and host the Lincoln Challenger Trophy, you're walking away obviously with a decent paycheck, decent points, but a lot of confidence and belief that, hey, like, I'm actually good enough to go to the U.S. Open later this summer and do well there. So pretty cool.
Yeah, no, huge for a multitude of reasons there. With that being said, we'll be taking our final break here. Real Talk with Rudy Gres IV. We'll have some more final challenger talk, wrap things up here. We are joined again by head Nebraska men's tennis coach Peter Kobelt here at 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com.
Lincoln is full of great golf courses in a state that is getting national recognition for exceptional golf. Friend Country Club is worth the drive, just 40 minutes from Lincoln and home to one of the state's most respected 9-hole courses. Enjoy their restaurant with popular items like a 14-ounce ribeye, 10-ounce sirloin, or chicken fried steak. Open Thursday through Saturday from 5:30 to 10 p.m. Expand your horizons with a trip to Friend Country Club, just 40 minutes southeast of Lincoln. It's worth a visit.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
The crack of the bat. Sizzling concessions. Yeah, that's the sound of summer at Haymarket Park. It's been that way for 25 seasons. And in this city, it's not a matter of if you'll catch a game, it's how many. That's because there's always something in play for Salt Dogs fans. From saluting our troops to Friday night fireworks, your local tradition plays on. Let's show summer how Lincoln celebrates 25 seasons. Get your tickets at saltdogs.com.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built upon hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with room for advancement.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Played Against Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. It's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear that you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Against Sports at 48th and Vine.
Concrete Industries has immediate openings for production laborers, operators, and drivers. Earn great pay starting at $21.50 per hour, plus health benefits, 401k, paid time off, and more. Right now, production laborers can earn a $1,500 hiring bonus, and drivers are eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience? No problem. Concrete Industries offers on-the-job training and opportunities to grow your career. Start your future today. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Concrete Industries has immediate openings for production laborers, operators, and drivers. Earn great pay starting at $21.50 per hour, plus health benefits, 401k, paid time off, and more. Right now, production laborers can earn a $1,500 hiring bonus, and drivers are eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience? No problem. Concrete Industries offers on-the-job training and opportunities to grow your career. Start your future today. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Are you looking for a place to host company get-togethers, team meetings, or group events? Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln is the perfect place to host your gathering, with private bays available to meet with clients while you swing the sticks and improve your game. Back Nine Golf offers traditional golf opportunities while also providing fun games and activities available for non-traditional golfers on their top-of-the-line full-swing simulators. Learn about their corporate memberships today and gather your favorite groups together at Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln, just off 14th and Pine Lake Road.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Lincoln is full of great golf courses in a state that is getting national recognition for exceptional golf. Front Country Club is worth the drive, just 40 minutes from Lincoln and home to one of the state's most respected 9-hole courses. Enjoy their restaurant with popular items like a 14-ounce ribeye, 10-ounce sirloin, or chicken fried steak. Open Thursday through Saturday from 5:30 to 10 p.m. Expand your horizons with a trip to Front Country Club, just 40 minutes southeast of Lincoln. It's worth a visit.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Reality is setting in. Now back to Real Talk with Rudy Gres IV on 93.7 The Ticket.
That is right. Welcome back to our final segment here on Real Talk with Rudy Gres IV. Again, joined by Husker men's tennis head coach Peter Kobelt. Talked a lot about the Lincoln Challenger. Obviously, it is going to be an exciting week next week. The ticket will be out there. Coach will be out there. It'll be a fun week. A whole week, actually. So it'll be a fun time for the family. It'll be affordable. Again, for those who are maybe on the edge of deciding if they're going to go or not, what are some final selling points you want to get across to them to sway their mind on why they should be out there?
For one, it's really affordable. Tickets are cheap. I'm thinking about
there you go.
Our off the mic combo. But tickets are cheap. You can get a week-long pass. If you get a ticket, you can come for the entire day. You can come and you can go as long as you show your ticket, keep your ticket. There's no issues at all. But it's a great way to come out and maybe try something new, watch something at an affordable price. If you want to get more involved, I know the tournament director reached out to me and said that they're still looking for volunteers. They're still looking for ball persons. If you do that, you're going to get free food for helping out. You're going to get free tickets. You're going to get a free shirt. and you're going to get up and, all the people that come to watch that do buy a ticket, you're going to be extremely close, but the volunteers are truly the ones that they get the best experience. So I highly recommend you get involved, even if it's something you don't know or you don't know how to do. It's very easy to learn, very easy to do, and you never know who you're going to rub shoulders with.
Yeah.
When you're up there.
Yeah, it'll be, like we said, invest in some of the stock and some of this young talent, because like you mentioned, they could be top 20 players in the world in a couple of years or just the next year. One final thing I wanted to kind of circle back to real quick before we get out of here. You did mention how, above all, one of your main jobs is winning games for Nebraska. What is one thing that, for people tuning in right now, that if they haven't been to a Husker match, they haven't been to a game yet or a match yet, what is something that you're excited for in the upcoming season, the upcoming year, that they should be excited for as well before we get out of here?
Yeah, so this year we have 7 new players on our roster for a 10-man roster. So replacing 70% of our team. Each player that's on our team now, I officially have recruited.
Nice.
So I'm a big fan of all 10 of our players that we have on the team this fall. I believe that they truly represent what Nebraska men's tennis should be. So you're going to see a tough team, guys that love tennis, guys that really love Nebraska. They're going to learn to love Nebraska once they get here. We have a few guys that just got into town, just showing them around,
Nice.
seeing everything. They're already head over heels for this place, but you're going to see a team that really represents me and my vision for the program here. But my vision, I believe, certainly lines up with the expectation of what a men's tennis team should look like here for the University of Nebraska. So, yeah, our goal is to win and to win a lot, and I won't stop. I won't sleep until that's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Well, with that being said, we'll be wrapping things up here. Again, huge thank you, Coach, for joining in. It was a great talk. We got some good food spot recommendations in here, so we'll be trying those out. But again, if you got nothing going on, or even if you do got something going on, move some things around. Make sure to head out to the Lincoln Challenger here in Lincoln, Nebraska next week, all week long. Yeah, we'll be out there. It'll be fun. It'll be hot. You'll get some good weather in there, get a good tan going. It'll be a good week for everybody involved, and it's affordable for the whole family. Huge thank you again, Coach. This was a good hour we had here. With that being said, this was Real Talk with Rudy Gres IV, 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com.